Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next episode of Final Stallions!
Favorite genre of music, really quick.
Kind of like the alternative rock, emo hip hop kind of scene in that realm.
All right,
like
done.
Green Day to My Chem to like
Soul.
like Little Peep to
This man puts albums on display in the back.
Sweet, yeah. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, dude, he's like Club has like think probably close to 600 vinyls.
Oh yeah. What'd you put up there? I can't see here.
Yeah, I need to fix this so I'm not in the way. But no, Green Day, Revolution Radio.
Oh,
it's
wow.
not like one of their more popular albums. It's like from 2016, but it's really good.
I remember that coming out. I don't know if I ever gave that one a listen.
You probably wouldn't have, because Uno, Dos, Trace were like kind of meh, and so this is the one that came out right after it. Way better.
Okay, maybe I'll have to check that out, because all the new Green Day, like they had like an album or a song that came out during the pandemic, and this is all right.
Yeah,
it wasn't great.
I haven't honestly listened to too much new. I've listened to too much new Green Day since like 21 Guns era. I listened to a couple maybe off like Uno, but I've seen them live twice in the past like 5 or 6 years, and like each time I am just like floored at how much energy they have.
Oh yeah.
Our video editor Casino and I went on. Remember that eclipse that was like
the solar eclipse.
The solar eclipse.
Solar eclipse.
Yeah, we saw Green Day on that day, so we were like the green solar eclipse.
Oh yeah, nice. That was cool. The solar eclipse.
Yeah. I just remember working outside and just like being like, should I look up like right now?
Burn your eyes.
I was just gonna say that was in San Fran, right?
Yeah.
The Green Day concert?
Yeah.
Well, no, Casino and I saw them at Blossom in the pit with our dads and like moshed, and it was like completely bonkers. And then I saw them again with the Hella Mega tour with Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day in San Francisco. And that's all I have to say about that. Hell yeah. Geno, man, thank you for coming on Vinyl Stallions.
Thanks for having me, guys. This is awesome.
Yeah, no, it's fun to be able to just continue exploring into the music world. And we were talking about like the music community before, and just networking, everyone pumping up each other, and that's like what we're about here. And like why Club and I are doing this thing is just to be a hub for just everyone, music lovers. And a part of music that we have yet to dive into is a very, very important one, especially nowadays, honestly, overall. And it is the film and the photography side of the music industry.
Yeah, the marketing behind it, the getting you online, getting your EPK, promoting yourself, debacle.
Literally making yourself legit in nowadays world is like, that is where photography and film is. Like, you need to convince people just simply on the quality, and that is something that is literally essential in today's music world.
Yeah, I mean, like even like the TikTok era, like how do you catch someone's eye? In little as like 2 seconds, And as a band, like you got to have this online presence, and then how, as we know, you got to be at the local shows, growing your community. Like there's just so much you got to do. It's tough.
It's a whole job, man.
Yeah,
the social media stuff alone.
Yeah,
we talk about that a lot. Mr. Clapp, man, I see you have been rocking the mustache for a whole 7 days in a row now. How you living?
Oh, can't complain. Mustache life is a happy life.
But does it make for a happy wife?
No, she wants this fucking thing gone. So we'll see how long the mustache sticks around.
Looks good.
Yeah, from this angle, you look fantastic.
Kind of need to shave like the beard though. I'm starting to get some stubble. We need this like front and center.
You do. Yes. Big weekend coming up. We'll share some of that soon, but big weekend coming up for the Stallions here in the middle of June.
What we got going on?
Well, we have a lot of shows that we're going to see Santana. We're going to see Dave Matthews Band. The club's going to see a shit ton of other shows. Just saw Chicago at the Toledo Zoo. So we're honestly in the thick of it of our summer of shows right now. I know June was definitely the busiest month.
Yeah, I think June's been the busiest month, like past 2 years, like for concerts.
Savage. But yeah, so Gino, take us back. I always love starting with just our sit downs. Just where did your love for photography come from, and where were you like, okay, I'm gonna upgrade from a phone camera to buying an actual camera?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Thinking about that, like I used to shoot on my iPhone 4 back. I mean, however long ago that was.
Club just returned his iPhone 4.
Yeah. That was like, I don't know, early on in high school, I'd shoot all these different photos, and then, the close up of the flower and all that classic, like, you're a beginner photographer stuff. And I started doing that for a while. And I guess it really wasn't until recently where I kind of jumped into like the film realm, where my brother was doing a lot of Cleveland indie film stuff. Um, Actually working with Taco Truck. I don't know if you've heard of them, with Jake Barkus.
Jake Barkus.
Yeah,
Dude, I have cheesed to some of his videos. Pat Tans is gone.
Yeah, we were helping him with some videos, and then we got involved with Cleveland indie film scene. Just doing short films, having fun and stuff like that. And then it wasn't until kind of like the In Bloom area, we started doing like the music videos. And that's where I was like, okay, this is sweet. Like get to take an artist, see their vision, bring it to life, be creative together, and then, hopefully make something that's gonna, the goal is to blow up, get 1 million views, or
and
whole thing.
We've seen it done overnight multiple times. Again, that pristine quality, man, like it's attracted to the eye. But no, you just dove into something really cool, and I'm interested in is a sense of making a music video.
Yeah.
So like obviously artists, because you do incredible work, and they will approach you about it. But do you approach artists about it? Do you ever listen to a song and be like, I imagine this music video? Or just tell us how it usually gets started for you.
Yeah, that is a good question. It's kind of been like inquiry based right now, and like I know a lot of like local artists I've shot like photos for, went to their shows, and some of them like will just mingle after the show, or they'll find me online through my work, and they'll be like, okay, well, we have this song, and they'll send me the song, and we'll kind of, sit down, brainstorm ideas. And most of it's really just been like word of mouth. Like people have approached me just by seeing other work I have online. So
that's huge, man. That speaks volumes to your work then in itself. And you're already doing the groundwork of just simply going to the places and meeting people.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the hard part, is like, I have to, in a way, also like have my own online presence and promote myself. Like I started doing recently, like Instagram reels, where like I'm showing, this is what I do, behind the scenes, like me, my lighting setup with the camera. And then I'll like transition and show like, this is the final product. So that way people are like, oh, he does that, and that's what it looks like. Oh, okay. So like trying to do my own marketing in a way is like, it's weird. I have to do all this. I don't know.
It's just inception of videos. But it honestly, no, it does show. And I referenced one of my buddies before I think we started recording, but Matt Bogard takes some pictures as well. But I've told him in the last 2 years, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna start just like taking pictures of you and to take pictures, just like, so you have them. And
right, yeah. The photographer, they don't have pictures of themselves, right?
Yeah, exactly. But that's awesome that you're doing it, and obviously working the ways of social media to reach a larger audience. And then when they show you a vision for like a music video, I don't know, like what are some process in the past that like you've helped bring it to life? Like where have you like filmed videos that you've done?
Like I guess the main thing is like having fun on set. Like we did like dive bombs we did with Jamie and his band, and he had an idea. He wanted to like faux quit his job at like a burger joint.
Wait, that's
And
what it was. I did see
yeah.
that with the hats.
So,
oh my
like,
gosh, yes.
a lot of it was like, okay, you want to quit your job, and it was like mostly in the moment where like we drove up to a steak and
I was gonna say,
shake,
was that the old steak and shake?
and like we blurred out like the steak and shake part, but like Dan's filming, and Jamie gets out of the car, and he just kind of like flicks off the steak and shake, and then jumps in the car with his buddies. I remember at one point the employees are looking out the window like, what's going on here? And we're just
So you didn't
just
tell
went
them
and
ahead
did
of
it.
time?
Yeah. It was kind of just like guerrilla filmmaking in a way where it's like you have an idea, let's just go do it. And like some of those videos, like early on, we're just like, whatever we get, as long as we're having fun, like that's what it's gonna be. So
Absolutely.
that one was great. And then we just went to the skate park, did the whole they're goofing off. So we had someone who was actually just there. We asked him, do you want to be in the video? And he just started skating behind them, and the band's playing, and it was just like,
Hell
I
yeah.
don't know, it was like a little mini party. And then
No, that was a great
good
video. I
music video
remember
out of it.
That was like 2 years ago, 3 or like
That
2019,
was-
2020.
Yeah. 2019 probably.
Okay. Yeah, no, I vividly remember that. Like steak and shake and all.
That's great. Yeah, 4 years ago. That's weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. I was just like
Wow.
looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, damn, son.
Getting old. All right.
It's all right. We're pushing forward. We really are.
Yeah, that was fun.
Can you kind of take us through the process? So like let's just talk about that video, for example. Like you
Mhm.
have all this raw footage you've collected. What do you do to like kind of refine it and put it into like a digestible product?
Yeah, I mean, I'm reflecting back to that video because definitely Dan was the grunt on editing, and Jamie had a vision too when we first started, was like he wanted there to be drawn in like animations that would come up on screen. So really for that, like it wasn't very like, because a lot of music videos you have to link up when they're playing the right notes at the right time, but that one was like more of a storyline. So it's
Mhm.
about like curating like the best or funniest or most, intriguing moments, and putting those on camera to help kind of tell a story. Because for
Yeah.
as short as it is, it has like the whole like timeline of a story. Like there's, the rising action, the climax, the resolution, like that whole thing about it. So yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
What
I was on a tangent a little bit. What was our question?
that's the beauty of Vinyl Stallions.
Yeah.
Never apologize for a tangent. We should put that on a shirt or something, Club. Because
Yeah.
so many guests have just been like, oh, I'm sorry, I just rambled. And I'm like, well, that's the whole point.
That
Right.
is why you're here.
I'm ramble mode right now.
No, I love it, man.
Yeah, like the process of it. So it's just like finding fun moments that are engaging, that to a viewer that they'd want to, have fun watching.
And you probably like honestly learn a lot about just how music moves, because you said you have to match it up with certain parts in the music. And yeah, you probably just get a feel of how honestly songs move a lot when just simply editing those things, because you're listening to it hundreds of times.
Yeah, you're listening to the same part of the same song over and over. You get used to them. So, I mean, it's very important too, I guess, in saying that. Like, yeah, I pick songs that I believe in, that I like, and I mean, I work with good people, very talented people in the community. So
Yeah, talk about Elbow Room. You're repping them right now.
Elbow Room. That was actually one of the first ones. I was behind the camera in that one. The music video I did with Elbow Room, at least. And that's my buddy Spencer, who I know we grew up together. And in that song, at least, this Vanity, the music video I was in, we did an abandoned church, and I was kind of the antagonist. I was the boyfriend, lover who broke this girl's heart. So
Wait, in an abandoned church?
yeah, that was like the cut scenes they had in between. It was like us like walking around this abandoned church.
That is wild.
And this girl is so heartbroken. She's like spray painting the walls, like you stole my heart, and destroying furniture, and we had a chandelier drop in slow motion, and
Okay, that just sounds like a lot of fun. Like,
yeah. So it was like a canvas for us to kind of do whatever we want. And that music
At
video
any
was,
point were you like worried that like cops or someone would like come into the church?
Yeah, probably was a concern. I mean, we did it in the middle of the day, and that one also kind of guerrilla filmmaking, where it was like it was kind of like we had to know, like someone was like, "Oh, this really cool spot, like this abandoned church," and we're like, "Oh, well, seems like a good opportunity to film in." Like, let's just
It's got to be used
go
for
there one day.
something.
Yeah, go there one day and see what happens. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah.
So for all of our Stampede listeners out there who are into something similar and want to know what what do you think or is the top camera right now to use? And then I guess what do you use?
Mm. Um, right now I'm on the Sony A7 III, so I'm in like the Sony series, which is pretty like prosumer level. Like it's not like the big Hollywood movies, but for like making videos and where I'm at, like you can build a pretty decent like camera rig with that. And I guess over the years, like I've had a collection now of just lighting equipment, camera equipment. I got the gimbals and the shoulder mounts, but I mean, I've used the Sony probably, yeah, like 4 years now. A lot of the In Bloom music videos were shot on the Blackmagic Pocket 4K,
Okay.
which is actually a really good, affordable like cine camera. So that one, like the reason I have the Sony is it's good like back and forth. I do photo and video. It gives me like great quality on both ends. That Blackmagic, like it made some of those music videos look like movies. Like that was as good quality with that thing. But like my experience is kind of in those two camera setups.
So is that second
So
one only video then?
yeah, the Blackmagic's only video. You can't take any photos on it. So
Okay.
quite a difference in the capabilities of it. But
Yeah. And I guess I guess I'll shift a little bit here to I guess what you are shooting, right? Because if you go check out Geno's website right now, obviously
check
do
me out.
yeah. Wait, say the website real quick.
Well, right now it's just my name. It's GenoOradini.com. And then I'm on Instagram. So check me out on Instagram. I'm Geno377.
And all this will be in the bottom as well.
Yeah,
So
click the link in the bio, subscribe, like the podcast. All that
bam,
good stuff.
got to throw it in the middle somehow.
Smash that subscribe button.
Absolutely. But yeah, so as I was saying, you obviously do a lot of different filming, and I assume there's different approaches to all of them. Obviously, shooting concerts here, it's like a darker, you're working with lights moving and stuff. So what is that like, having to adjust to the landscape?
I guess that's definitely where the Sony helps me, because those cameras are really good in low light situations. But I mean, yeah, some of these Cleveland venues are
Dark.
yeah, they're not generous with the lights they provide. So that's where like a lot of my magic happens kind of on the computer in post. I mean, I probably overshoot when I'm at a show. I shoot a lot of pictures, but I mean, I try to guarantee like this is high quality stuff. And
Yeah.
at the show, like I tell people, like I know how to be in the way like properly. Like I gotta get the right angles, but I don't want to disturb the show in any way.
Yeah.
So like I'm moving around and going here and going there, but
wait, hang on. That is so important. Real quick, time out, because you just don't even think about it. When you see like a camera person in front of you, you're obviously like, okay, and you just obviously move out of the way because they're essential to the whole production of it all. But you don't think about like how often they're doing that or how often.
That's actually something like I'll go behind the crowd too and shoot a photo, and I'll have people like move out of the way. I'm like, no, like you're the picture. Like, don't move for me. I'm moving for you. So, and I have so many people like moving out of my way. I'm like, no, don't. But like, yeah, like I try to, go all around but not disturb the show, capture what it is and just be like a fly on the wall type of vibe.
It's an art in its sense, and especially when you are on stage with them.
Yeah.
Like it happens very often, obviously, because you got to get those angles of pictures and video and stuff. But yeah, there
are so many like people have like recap videos on their stories, and I'll be like, oh, there I am, like behind on stage or moving around there. Like it's just funny.
You got to get a highlight reel, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, that's interesting you mentioned that because the one artist that stands out to me for that is like Goose. Like they always have like videographers and photographers like running around the stage. It's like almost part of the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, Goose is a jam band.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, no, they're honestly just like really up and coming right now and playing huge venues, headlining stuff. But
Nice.
yeah, and the whole jam band community. But they post
Yeah.
so like just go check out their productions of all their shows that they put out on YouTube. And that's how they blew up during the pandemic, honestly, is just putting out quality
Seriously.
content consistently.
Yeah, jam bands I did what you reminded me. They're Government Mule. I don't know if you've ever heard of those guys.
Yeah.
They were at Temple Live recently, and I haven't heard of them much before then, but recent new fan now. But I got to shoot their show, and I got to
that's
be on
Warren
front
Hayes'
stage.
band. He's
Yeah.
a fucking nasty guitarist.
Yeah, there's some talented dudes in that show. I mean, that was packed.
Yeah,
That was a great one.
how did that come to fruition with you shooting that?
I actually got a recommendation because Hannah, shout out Hannah from Truss.
I've heard of that band from Cleveland.
Yeah, she recommended me to shoot their show at Temple Live, and then sent them some of my photos. Like, all right, like, come by and
So-
shoot photos.
Did the venue hire you or the band?
Venue, yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
hired to the
awesome.
venue. Yeah, it was sweet, and yeah, really just trying to level up in that regards too. Like, done a lot of the local indie venues, but recently I've done that Temple Live. Actually, the coolest one I've done recently was it Nautica now or
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Nautica Jacobs Pavilion.
Jacob,
They're
I don't know
interchangeable.
which one anymore.
Yeah, it's interchangeable.
They had Leonard Skinner, so that was dope. I got to
Yeah.
shoot Leonard Skinner.
Shit, yeah.
Got to be front row. They gave me first 3 songs. I was front row, and I was like, "This is sweet!" Like,
Dang,
know,
that's
I
crazy. Wait,
know
so
all their songs.
yeah. So okay, so you just pointed out. So you said it was just the first 3 songs that you
So-
were up front.
A lot of what venues will do when you're in like a bigger venue to kind of like, I figure it's not to disturb the show. They give you first 3 songs. You're allowed to be in the pit area, which means like I'm like within arm's length of
Yeah.
the musicians, and like you get to be in there. And then after the last 3 songs, I kind of just go wherever I want.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Something I would have never even thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, first 3 songs, no flash. That's kind of the rules of the houses now.
Damn.
Okay.
If you are a photographer out there and don't know that rule,
Yeah.
you're not in with the in crowd.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
just got
insider info.
schooled.
Yeah. So that was a cool one for sure. It was Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, that's very cool, man. And yeah, no, like you've said, you've obviously done some like groundwork, but and you mentioned with like the TikToks, reels, promoting yourself, like
Mhm.
what is the hope for this? Like, are you hoping to go one lane with photography, keep it as broad? Like, if you had a dream to be able to do in the photography world, like, where would you want to take this?
Yeah, that's, I mean,
This might be the biggest question that's ever been asked on Vinyl Stallions. What are your dreams?
What are your dreams? I mean, really, like, as a camera person's like to be like a DP, be behind the camera, but like set up, just make pictures, really. Like, ideally, I'd want to go more into like the video sense. I mean, one of my biggest influences is Cole Bennett with Lyrical Lemonade.
Yeah.
He does a
Okay.
lot of the Chicago rap scene and upcoming rap, and like that'd be dope, just to get into something like where I have a platform where it's promoting artists, giving them creative freedom, having fun, and just leveling up the community together.
Absolutely. So it would be like music focused though, is where you would want to stay.
I'd probably say like ideally I want to be like in the music video game.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
Major motion pictures would be cool, but I don't know, like music videos just got like so much creative freedom, and they're short, they're fun, they're easy.
they're forever. They're like what people
Yeah.
think about when they think of that song, and like,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get as fucking weird as you want with those things, dude.
Yeah, we had some interesting ones for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you say weird, like we had one the band Quick Mystery.
Okay.
their song Toxic, they were just like, is a kind of like hard rock song is like their vibe. And they're like, we just want to have 5 guys in our small bathroom and we're just going to go nuts. And like, there was no planning, nothing. It was just like, we played the song, we blasted it. I had the camera and they went nuts. Like at one point they put a hole in their wall. I'm like, ugh,
Oh
not my
no.
security deposit, but
Do it for the vine.
yeah, they just if you check that one out, that was one of our ones. It got 50,000 plus on YouTube views. So
Damn, wait, what's the song and artist again?
it's Quick Mystery and the song is Toxic. And that's a really
Okay.
fun one we did. It's all shot on the fisheye lens, so it's chaos. That video is
That's
absolute
incredible.
chaos.
Was there ever any point where you're like, I might have to get out of here? You're like, I'm gonna get bowed.
Yeah, like there's a splash zone for sure.
Okay, you just have it. I've never said this on our show, but all right, if you take this idea, you have to credit
All right.
Spruce from Vinyl Stallions, everyone out there. But I want, and it might have already been done before, but I've always imagined, and this has been like since decades ago, of a music video where it's just facing your shower with the curtain, and then the curtain goes right and the guitarist is there, and then it goes left, and then you go there. and then it goes right, and there's like I don't know, a panda bear or something. There's like I want it to be as weird as it can possibly get, but that's my thing. And then it moves up, moves down.
I thought you were gonna say like it's gonna be some dude opens the curtain, he's playing guitar in his underwear. Or something.
Yeah,
I
like
was like, this is
yeah, go back and yeah, it can be anything. But I've always used to think about like getting out of a shower. I'm like, this side's boom, this side's the drummer.
that'd be funny.
Clap. What are your dreams?
I just want. I don't know.
Cool
I want it all.
mustache.
Yeah, I honestly
Yeah.
That's
want.
just won the game.
Yeah,
I want a mustache and I want a farm with sheep.
Geno lives on a farm.
At one point, I had sheep, and on the farm. I live on a farm for all the podcast listeners out here. But yeah, we had
Wait,
sheep
that's
at one
sweet.
point. Yeah, they were cool. This guy used to come with like a sheepdog and would herd them, and they're cool animals. We would shear them, get the wool. I mean,
Damn.
we wouldn't do too much. I mean, we had them for like maybe 2 years or so, but
You're
it was
living
cool.
Clap's dream, dude.
Yeah, I'm living your dream, man.
Yeah. So wait. So then, how far outside of Cleveland are you? Because you're obviously not like downtown or anything. If you're on a farm.
Yeah, I'm north of Ridgeville, so
Oh yeah.
The closest
yeah.
you can get with farm area to
Yeah.
Cleveland, honestly.
it's like middle of suburbia.
I used to live
farmland.
in Westlake, so yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like very familiar with North Ridgeville.
Yeah, like right in that area. So
Hell yeah. Shout out. Clap. Your goals are obtainable. We love to hear it.
yeah, dreams
Hell
can
yeah.
come true.
This conversation had me thinking though. So like outside of your own music videos, Gino, what are just like some music videos that like stood out to you, like kind of as you were getting into it, like not necessarily because of the song, but because of the music video?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, one I always cycle back to and has always been like, I mean, like to me, this music video is like a movie. Was it's I'm Not Okay by My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
Seen that?
Okay.
That's
yes.
like a movie of a video, like the way they do it, and like they're figuring out what's the name of their song, and it's these kids in like some, preppy university, and they're like getting like bullied, and I'm like, the way they just go about this is like, I love that, and like it's just like quick cuts, it tells a sweet cohesive story. Like that one's huge for me for sure.
That's
Yeah.
a good choice. Yeah, that is a great choice.
Absolutely. And that's a great song.
Yeah, I love that whole era of music.
Yeah, you mentioned Green Day. I love the Jesus of Suburbia one.
Oh,
is
yeah.
talk about a story.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for sure.
Man,
That whole
dude,
album.
that music video is deep. Just a set of tits. That's all you ever were to me.
Oh my God.
He says that. I'm
I know,
quoting
I
it.
know.
I don't remember that moment.
Yeah, no, I know.
They're like they're fighting and stuff. And
Oh yeah, Oh,
yeah,
I
no, that's
remember
the
that.
whole thing, and then he just goes on a fucking
It
tear.
like literally destroys her. She like collapses after he says that, and then he just like, I just saw the red you loved. The Jesus of suburbia.
What a banger,
Yeah,
man.
no, that is a banger of music videos. Yeah, and yeah, I guess I'll add on to clubs if you think of any more, and but like maybe any specific photographers that stand out to you that I don't know you just like.
Um,
It doesn't have to be music focused in general.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's beautiful then because honestly, looking at like you have nothing to like I don't know. You
Yeah,
just know your lane and you know exactly how you want to
for
do
sure.
some things and don't try to do anything else.
I guess I bought this book recently. It's called Steal Like an Artist. Basically, the message is like just take all your favorite influences and copy it in your own way. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I watch a lot of music videos online and Lyrical Lemonade. I try to consume photography as much as I can of other people's and just get ideas. So yeah, I
Yeah, I
don't
mean
know.
that's kind of like the essence of music. Like, you're just like listening to music you like and trying to like put your own spin on it.
Absolutely.
Nah, it's an interesting thing, and um, yeah, man, it you sit in a very very unique part of music that I don't know. I feel like as a fan, sometimes when like looking at it, people are like, how do people like get that job? Like, how do they get involved in it? Because you're so close to the artist, and again, your work reflects what you do. And if you have people like
Mhm.
hitting up for inquiries just simply based on what you have right now, it just speaks again volumes to how important it is and to be good at your craft.
Absolutely. I don't know how I got where I am. Just luck, hard work, and everything I do, I try to make it better than the last thing. So,
Hell yeah. Do you have
yeah.
anything on like the rise? Anything you're working on that you're
Um,
pulling a drop here?
Any pictures of the farm?
yeah, we have Facebook for the farm. We got photos on.
Hell yeah.
You can live your dreams virtually. Some sheep photos, maybe we'll upload them.
Yeah, this one's for club.
Um, yeah, for sure. I guess a couple things because I have a short film I'm working on with a couple of friends, and we're actually so the film's called Swipe Right.
No,
In the middle of
nice.
editing right now. We actually finished shooting recently.
Okay.
And we contacted Truss, and we're gonna try and incorporate like local music into like the movie and kind of have it play during one of the scenes. So we're kind of in the process of figuring how that's gonna work out right
Yeah,
now and then
That's
editing it.
super
So
cool.
yeah.
So did you like help write on that as well?
Um, right for
That like short?
so they came to me with like the script,
Okay.
and then I just did like the camera work and editing currently. So
Yeah. Dang,
um,
that's really, really cool. And again, like how long is a short? Like what qualifies as a short?
oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
It really depends, right? So
I imagine like 10 to 15.
yeah,
Maybe 20.
we're kind of past that probably now. We're probably gonna end up like 20 to 30 minutes. So maybe
Okay.
a
Okay.
little longer than a short. Um, but yeah, so yeah, like 20, 30 minutes, I'd
Okay.
say.
Nice. Yeah, that's just like, yeah. Like, what's the longest thing you've ever filmed? Like, is it something like that length, or have you filmed longer? Because I couldn't imagine the editing during something like that.
I didn't have the pleasure of editing this, but I did. I was a part of at least like a lot of the camera work and logistics on set for a good friend of mine, Scott Brocious. He does White Midnight Films. Check those out on YouTube. He did this movie called Vile. And that
Okay.
was about an hour and a half. And probably, I mean, I don't know exactly, but I'd imagine at least 10 plus days of filming.
Wow.
So, I mean, you're looking at 20 hours plus worth of footage. Like that's got to be fun in some way, you know.
Yeah, wow.
I'm glad it wasn't me, but for Swipe Right, my film we're working on, we had 8 days of filming, and like going through that footage it's a task.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Wait,
no,
so Vile, did this movie come out in 2011?
Vile actually it came out in 2020, and it is
Okay.
about a pandemic. But the weird thing about that movie is we started filming it in 2019, and the idea and all of it was written without no one knew about,
oh my gosh.
that whole pandemic was good. Like it just we made this movie, and during the making of the movie, it was actually halted because of, a pandemic. And
Yeah.
like that's kind of ironic in a way.
That
So
that is the middle of the manifest.
yeah, it was a fun one though. I don't know if it's online. It might be in like film festivals and all that. I don't know if you can view it online. White
Yeah,
Midnight.
I
He
was
has all
trying.
this other
I'm trying
stuff.
to find it, and this other movie called Vile popped up from 2011, and
Mhm.
coincidentally, it's an hour and a half. So I wasn't
Ah,
sure if that was the one or.
so you steal like an artist, right? That's key example right
Yes.
there.
The perfect length, 90 minutes.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, no, that's I mean, again, I mean, you can do so much with the cameraman and be involved in so many things. And I don't know, you've said it multiple times, just keeping it fresh, keeping it new. And
hmm
yeah, that's a whole unique thing too that you're diving into.
For sure. I mean, I tell people like whatever's in your mind, I can translate that to camera and like let me help you bring it to life.
Yeah.
So like you just give me the idea and I'll make it look like how you want, and then make it professional.
And that's music to the client's ears.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I could not think of a better pitch than that.
Yeah. So
It's
hire me. That's the business pitch. No.
no, for real though,
Really though.
man. Yeah. We're yeah, we're definitely promoting you for a reason because shit stood out and it's only gonna keep going up. And something else that I know you're working on close to home is something called the One Take series.
Yes, yes. One take series with Tuck Midrum. He is a local uh audio engineer,
Yeah,
right?
it sounds like he does everything at Plastic Dino
Yeah,
Records
yeah.
with Connor Mac Peterson over there.
So a one take series. He's been doing that for a couple years now, and recently we had this idea of we had an artist who had like thousands and thousands of paintings, and we figure a lot of the one take was like one band one day. So we wanted to do like multiple bands in one day and then just display as much as his name's Sean Wheeler. Um, and we wanted to display as much of his art as possible. So we did this 40-minute video that features 8 different artists. And then in the background, the camera pans around the artist so that you can see, all the art pieces of Sean's, and then each artist has different cycled art pieces behind them. So the goal was really to display the artist singing as well as display like a local Cleveland painter and show his work. So that was really fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we actually premiered it at his art gallery last weekend, maybe 2 weeks ago. And then all the artists who were part of the video came to that gallery and just played live music, and it turned into a local show. I mean, it was incredible. Like
Wow.
basically all of us who connected through Tuck, but all of us who were strangers now built like a small community, because of shared interests in music and art. And it was like one of the first times, like, I don't know, we just like we made this video and I felt like we were like it was something that's bigger than us.
Yeah.
Like me and Tuck were like, this is about them, displaying the art, no fancy camera tricks, no fancy this and that. It's just here's the raw art for you to view. And that was something really special for sure.
Yeah, well, yeah. I
So
mean,
that's my tangent about that.
You just summed that up to a T, man, and exactly what we're about here on Vinyl Stallions and just building something bigger. Again, a hub for just what you're trying to do. But yeah, to be able to emulate it and again keep it in house or in the community with all people, like you said, Tuck was able to do. Yeah, that's a really cool take on it. And obviously, the One Take series, you can guess what is in the name itself, but just diving a little bit more to just that whole project.
Yeah.
In regards to like, I don't know, like what made you guys want to do? Because it's my favorite kind of film is just one take. Like, yeah, I love seeing it all and no, like not too many cuts and whatnot. So I don't know. What did you think of that idea? And
yes.
and I guess where do you film it as well? Is it always in the same place, or do you find unique places?
So I mean, that was kind of Tuck's whole realm, and then I that's one where I went to him and was like, I'm really interested in that. Like, I'd love to work with you on doing something, because he'd always had it set up where he'd connect, a painter with a band, and then they'd usually go to like the location where the painter has their studio.
Okay.
So that's how we had the location for Sean's video, because that was upstairs in Ingenuity, Cleveland.
Yeah.
And he has his workshop right in the floor below where we filmed. So yeah, that whole, I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought here.
No, you're good. We're now it's the beauty of just rambling on.
Right. Yeah. So I kind of approached Tuck, like wanting to join that and be a part of that project. So basically, artist picks one of their favorite songs. We do just one whole take, no cuts at all. So just whatever happens. Actually, It's funny because in one of the takes, we put a blooper in the Sean video. One of the paintings actually falls off the wall.
No.
And we're like, okay, well, it's kind of just like one take series. Like, the art is what it is. You embrace the imperfections of it. So that's what drew me to that idea that Tuck had was, this is art in its rawest form.
Yes, that man, that just like sometimes that happens in music too. So there's like two albums in particular that I know of that like follow that kind of like that exact same formula, and it's just like kind of a crazy concept. Like one, have you ever heard of the band Humphreys McGee?
I have not.
Well, they're like a jam band. I've talked about this on a previous episode, like our Abbey Road album review, just because like they did this at Abbey Road Studios. But it's like the same thing. Like they just went to Abbey Road Studios, recorded a whole album, one take, like that's it. Like no redos or anything. And then the other one is like the Black Crows. They did this. I can't believe how long this album is. It's called Before the Frost Until the Freeze. It's almost 2 hours long. They just like went to this barn in like rural New York and just like they brought in like a small like audience too, and like just
Wow.
one take. Like this thing is, let's see, 20 songs, and bam, like that's the album.
Wow.
So it's like kind of like the same concept. So that's just like interesting that like sort of concept exists in many different mediums.
So they just did that, like all new music to a live audience, and they're just like, okay, like.
Well, for the Black Crows one, yes. Humphreys, they played songs that they had already written. Like some of the songs were on previous albums too.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a mix. Like, and then some songs have come out on like later albums and like a, I guess, more calculated studio recording.
I love that. That's sweet. That's a good way to release new music.
Definitely unique. Something else just in regards to one take that I love watching is one takes of like dancing and like following like one person around, like moving around to like a song. I have this one Dave Matthews song called That Girl Is You that I have just imagined like a full like dance, like start at the bottom with your feet tapping, you're moving up and just like there's a really good one. I don't even know who does it, but it's a camp song called Vagabond. And some guy just does like a dance and like when I don't know how to describe it, but I just think that is a really cool idea as well for one takes.
Yeah, for sure. Just capturing art.
Yeah,
Dancing's art.
Mhm.
it's all art. You are doing art right now, ladies and gentlemen out there, whether you know it or not.
Yeah, no, that was wild at that what was it? Evolve music event that was at the Cleveland rock climbing. There were like people that were there just like dancing with like hula hoops and stuff and like twirlers and like it might have been on some drugs, but like they were dancing their hearts out.
They were doing art.
Yeah.
Or other.
Indeed, indeed. Um, do you have any I don't know, like Club asked you, I don't know if we were recording yet, but I don't know, just like what music do you listen to? Are there any bands like in Cleveland, I guess, that you haven't mentioned or want to shout out again?
Music I listen to. Obviously, I mean, yeah, I listen to everything. Everyone always says that. But,
Yeah, that's my answer.
like, I mean, I stick to like alternative emo rock, emo rap for sure. I like that genre. And then like some of the, I guess, kind of classics of just like classic rock, classic mellow rock, stuff like that. And what was the second part?
Just like local Cleveland bands. I don't know. You've shouted out a bunch of them, but I don't know. Are there any ones you want to shout out again and mention? Because this is where I learn, and this is where other people can too.
I went on tour to Canada this past weekend with Truss, great band, some of my great friends.
Damn.
Where
at in Canada?
We went to Toronto.
Oh,
it was North by Northeast Music Festival. So it was like 300 bands came from all over, and then we got to play on the stage, and I don't know, it was a blast. Like,
yeah,
I've been
that's
to Canada
incredible.
since I was a kid and traveled to. I did their photography, and then just to have fun, meet people. It was awesome. So check out Trust for sure.
Hell yeah. No, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, like overall coming on, man. It's fun to chop it up. And again, this is a whole different side of music that we haven't even like touched on, but again, is essential for the listener, for the artist, for literally everyone involved.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah. No, and I guess I maybe closed out a little bit too soon here. See, we always do an encore, Geno. I can't let you get away without walking back on our fine stage that is Vinyl Stallions. But it's a question we honestly just ask every single guest at the end, and it's as simply put as this: what is your most memorable concert experience or experiences? And I like to phrase it as like something that you were taken away with. It was amazing. It was happy. It was good. Or it could be something that you were like, what the fuck? I saw, like, I can't believe this happened. Like, and it could be viewing, you working one. And feel free to name a couple as well. Just anything that comes to mind.
I mean, honestly, a new memorable concert experience for me, Blink-182 recently came to town. Someone in my family actually got a suite for it. So, I mean, we were like great view, best access. Like, it was awesome. I mean, you have your own bathroom in there. But like, it was
hot
great.
dogs.
Like, I felt like royalty, and I'm watching Blink-182. I was like, this is a great memory here.
That's awesome.
So definitely that one's up there for sure. I'm trying to think like locally if there's like a local concert recently,
or just even like someone in the crowd that you're just like, what is that like dude doing over there? I don't know.
Right. I mean, actually, there was a show at the Jester's Lounge Temple Live, and there was this band, Totally Cashed, and they just went up there, and they like, I felt like they truly embraced like what punk rock was, because they were just going up there. I mean, the guitarist was just, he was running the drummer, he was throwing his guitar, he was creating ruckus and a mess, and I was like the fans were like mosh pitting. I'm like, this is it, and it was like a local Cleveland show. I'm like, that was dope. Shout out Totally Cashed, because that was a great show.
Love it, man. No, I appreciate
totally
you sharing.
cashed by the end of the show.
Yeah, they absolutely were totally cashed.
I'm due for a good mosh pit soon, so you could just kind of amped me up. I gotta just go to Foundry or go somewhere to just throw some bows.
Yeah, No Class is a great one.
Yeah, No
That
Class
place.
is great as well, man. Yeah, I gotta start getting out to some of those venues again. Summer just engulfs me, and I don't know, walking around, I guess, being outside.
Yeah,
But I'll make my way to the venues. I'll be there. I'll be there.
warm weather, baby.
It is. Gino, man. Yeah, again, here, share your website, share where people can follow you.
Yeah, follow me Instagram, Geno377, Geno Oradini, GenoOradini.com, GenoOradini.com for all you
For all of your
Spotify
names.
listeners. Yeah,
For
yeah,
all
for
the
sure.
names.
Thank you,
And
guys.
for those who weren't good at the spelling bee.
Right.
Hell yeah, man. Well, shit. Again, very much appreciate it. Besides that, my name is Bruce.
I'm Clep.
And this has been another episode of Vinyl Stallion.